because I was messing with my hair, even though it was all prepped beforehand. But then, yeah, me doing too much slowed me down. Okay, and I've got all this hair stuff that's around me, so I'm going to clip back this hair so I don't get makeup on it. I'm getting better with the wigs. So that is a plus. But if it's a new wig, then that's a whole other. I have to do other preps and everything, so probably won't be doing like install stuff like on camera anymore. Oh, that was Carpe, because it's 105, 106, and that has SPF in it. I did need to leave by 4, be done by 4, but I have, it's supposed to be only going to take me 20 minutes, so I can go past 4. Because I steamed that dress earlier. I still need to decide 100% on the purse. The one with the over, or just the hand purse. The tan one. I haven't decided. Okay, let's powder. If y'all have not heard, Colě is closing in September. Oh, is this the new one? I wasn't supposed to grab the new one. I was like, why is this taking so hard? This is how the last 15 minutes have been going. So, Colě is closing in September. So, no wonder that looked, yeah, way too pretty. I was like, something wrong. So I'd ordered another setting powder before they closed, even though I had another one I could be using. I still at least ordered it because I like this one. And since we all know I was running out because it's now just in the crevices, so that I had some since the closing. I don't know if they're still gonna have it on Amazon, but I know supposedly if you go online, it's not showing a lot of stuff on the Sephora website. But if you go in person, they still have stuff, supposedly. It's just not. I haven't been in a few weeks, so I can't even tell you. I might be near Sephora tomorrow. I did set my boss, but I was like, did I? So, if you wanted to try the stuff, by September, I would get in there. Great stuff. Clean. Black owned, female owned. But yeah, if you go on her page, there's an article by The Cut, so you can see why she decided to close. I was gonna try her foundation stick again once I finished. I have 2. Once I got through those, but obviously, like, okay. Yeah. Another Black beauty brand closing down. Where am I going? Women on Set 3. I went last year. Basically a bunch of women filmmakers getting together talking about their experiences in the industry. Yeah, I know I'm kind of low-key right now, but I still like to go support organizations, see what's going on in the industry, you know, for whenever I dive back in. Where is the thing for this? So what I'm trying to do is wear mostly female makeup, women-owned makeup, which will be everything except for my setting spray at the end and my mascara, which I don't know if my mascara is who runs that company or not. We're going with Danessa. Just look for the scoop thing. That's what I was looking for. And I cleaned it since, you know, I've been using it for my wigs as well. But sometimes that's hard to get through, so I'm like, I need to find other ways to use it up, and tinting my wigs is nice. So. And I don't have to worry about my ears because my ears will be covered. I'm trying to think if the wig video will be up before the makeup video. I don't know. I've been working on getting this wig, liking this wig, and then getting it to where I would want to actually wear it. Because once I washed it, basically, obviously I have to keep it. But it was a smelly wig, and so was me figuring out how to get the smell out before just giving up and throwing it away. And I'm like, it wasn't like the Temu wig. The Temu wig, I was like, okay, it costs like $13. If this was a $20 wig, okay, maybe, but I was like, no, I spent a little more than that, so I was trying to see it through, watching the wig influencers I watched to figure out how to get rid of that smell. And apparently some of their wigs be smelling too, so I'm like, okay, it's not just mine. It's not just, it doesn't seem to matter where it comes from either, so I was like, okay. Let's go, women. Wonder Woman. I was gonna put anything because I kept, my nose was bothering me. This is the same concealer I used for the part. And that was Maybelline. I don't know who runs Maybelline. I could have used Danessa, I know, but I obviously did not. Again, my hair's gonna be kind of down on my face. So I don't have to do too much here because I'm not gonna be throwing my hair back. But you will see some of it, so. And when the wigs, I did get a wig that was $20, and it had this weird hairline, so I was like, no, it's not gonna work for me. I'm like, I'm feeling stray hairs. Plus with Danessa's brush, you can use it pretty much all over for anything, as you see. But yeah, it was a curly wig. It was like $20 and shorter. I want to say it's kind of Jerry curlish in a way, but I was going to trim it. It's like maybe this long, the hair. I was going to trim it down more. If, you know, it's thick enough density. I forgot the density. I actually returned it yesterday. And, yeah, I just had a weird hairline. I was like, I can't figure this out. I'm not going to be able to finesse this. I don't want to finesse this or figure out how to finesse this. So I just finally, and I had more than a week before I returned it. But you know, you have the 30 days. You can't see right there. You can kind of go into the hairline because normally I would be doing that anyway if I was going to show And I have my gray hairs. So if I was going to show my hairline, then I would do that anyway. So I'm going to spray my face because I think I need to stop spraying in my eyes. Eventually that's going to bother me. This looked like it was drying down. So I was like, I know this one is matter than if I used Fenty. I'm going to need a brush for my nose contour. So I was trying to use minimal brushes, and yeah, that's avoidable. There's minimal brushes because setting up wig supply stuff and makeup stuff was taken over my desk. And I redid my desk to where my printer that still has a jam in it is on the floor. So I was able to move my vanity mirror back so I can use it, just look straight on, even though it's not plugged in, so I can see it's not lit. But I can actually use the vanity mirror in the way I intended, since I don't have actually a vanity. And I almost got a new desk, but I don't need a new desk. They were all going to be about the same size anyway, except for one's going to be like in a little bit more. And I'm like, I just need a holder. I just need a holder for stuff on the side of the desk I measured and everything. And I keep, so when I go to TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, wherever, I have measurements, or I can use the phone measurement thing on my phone to see, and I'm like, they're all, I saw one last night at TJ Maxx that was perfect. It would have been perfect, except for, they went like $36. I'm like, excuse me? For this? This was not $36. So sometimes TJ Maxx and places like that, they still be like out of their minds. Other ones were like 45, 50. I'm like, for what? It's plastic on wheels. But yes, I was like, no, I'm not paying all that for plastic on wheels. Let's blend these edges. I can't see it. I know it's there. Which I'm sure part of it is because when I was fixing my hairline, the gel, whatever, and I was combing the hair out of the gel, which caused it to look like it had dandruff or whatever, tried gel, it turns white. I need to find that it's clear. But it's supposed to be strong holding. It definitely was holding on, but still, I'm like, I had a comb. I was combing it and then brushing it out with water and using a rag. So some of my looser hairs because of that. Can I? No. But at least like I said, I already steamed my dress. I just have to. I did my eyes earlier and my eyebrows, and I was like, okay, let me take a nap. I didn't take a nap. I just laid there. My back was hurting, so I just definitely needed to lay down. And hopefully, I think it was the last time they have these icebreaker games, whatever, in the beginning, and I'm like, I don't want to. Can we get to the panelists, talk about whatever? I understand icebreaking and networking and all that, but I'm just like, can we just? And the thing is, standing around kind of thing. I'm like, I'm gonna need to sit. I'm like, I'm not being antisocial. I need to sit. Like right now, I'm fine. The eyes are Natasha Denona, female. I was gonna do all black, female, which I could have did, but I haven't used Natasha in a while, so I just threw Natasha in there because she's at least still female. Okay. And my nose is just, I'm like, I'm not seeing anything, but it feels like, okay, yeah, it's very red. Like, when did this? Yeah, so it's very red right there. Obviously, I never really get foundation under there. It doesn't matter because it'd be off since I blew my nose. But I'm like, I did my allergy meds this morning. I don't always do 2 sprays. They say 1 to 2 sprays. If you do 1 spray and then 1 morning, 1 at night, I usually don't need the night one. So I need to just do 2 in the morning and just get it over with and get rid of that nasty taste. Okay, blush. Colě. Her multi-brush blush stick. So let's warm it up. I have so much of this left. I don't need to buy another one, which I could do before she's out. But this is the plum or spice is the one I like the most. So I'm like, I really don't want to just buy one just because they won't be available anymore. I could because people are stocking up, but I have so much of this one left. I don't want to take that from somebody else who could use it. Did that just disappear? No, I can see some of it. I'm going to add a bit more, though. Again, the hair is going to cover some of it anyway. You know I like to do the temples. Who died this week? Colě. Apparently he was shifty towards the end. Ozzy Osbourne. And he died 2 weeks after he just did his last tour. So it's okay. Yeah, and then Malcolm Jamal Warner, of course, and most of us are still reeling from that. Generation X is reeling from that. Because he grew up from the Cosby Show, and then other stuff he's done. And everybody's mostly, everybody's had great things to say about him. So, tells you what kind of person he was. Okay, yeah, that's gonna, do you have another thingy? Okay, I'm trying not to move whatever, the glue. Because I feel straight hair right there somewhere, but I don't see it, which is driving me insane. Okay, let's set. I'm mostly dealing with the hair, whatever, even though I had preempted everything. But I never dealt with that gel before, so again, that was new. So I'm like, okay, now I know. So I was like, okay, otherwise, everything else seemed to be fine. Let's set the bronzer. Juvia's Place, of course. One thing with this brush is like it does when you're trying to apply bronzer or blush or the powdered, sometimes it absorbs a little more before you want it to. I'm like, no, I know I'm using it for other things, but I need you to actually lay down what I want first. can't even tell you what I wore last time. I don't remember. I know probably some people from last time probably won't recognize me because I have hair. Otherwise, I think people would know me because a bald black lady in town. I mean, there's a lot of us bald black women in town, but in the film industry, locally, I'd say not so much. I know some of the other ladies that are on the panel. I know one of them for sure will recognize me because last time I wore a wig to her event, she was like, "Yeah, of course I recognize you." So that won't be a big deal. Let's push off what is not coming off on there really because it absorbs. And let's set again to this place, going back and forth. I'm gonna brush off my hand, even though it didn't look like it picked up anything. I did see it on the brush. Yeah, I'm still haven't decided if I'm getting back into filmmaking or not. But they have you know, people introduce yourselves like, what do you do? I'm director producer right now. Yes, I'm writing, but my plan is to direct produce other people's things. So I'm like, if you have your budget already, or not your budget, you have the finance, the money already. I'm like, I'm good at budgeting with that. I'm like, okay, this is what we can get with this amount of money, kind of thing. Because like with makeup, I'm like, I can find a good sale. The sale's going on right now for the National Lipstick Day, which is on Tuesday, the 29th. Some of the sales already going on. Pound Cake has 25% off their lipsticks. If you watched my lipstick video, one of those was Pound Cake. And then MAC has 40% off selected lips. Minted did have a BOGO and then some other deal, but they ended that early, like around the 23rd or 24th. It was only a few days. I'm like, it wasn't really lipstick related, it was just in general. So NARS has one going on. I might get a NARS one. Mario has one, but his is ridiculous. You have to buy like $50 worth to get a free like lip balm or whatever. I'm like, $50 just to get a free lip balm? No. Or $100 for like something else. It wasn't a good deal. And I know ColourPop is a good alternative to some of the more expensive brands. So look at ColourPop, I think it's like 40% off. And then Sephora currently has, since yesterday I want to say, I don't know what side is what, every day till the actual lipstick day, they've of a different brand of lipsticks or lippies on sale. I think today's Tarte. By the time this goes up, it'll be something else. Go on the website and the app, you can see. I know I shouldn't have gotten that part yet, but we got that out of the way. So it's this thing, and then let me spray my face. Let me spray the other one first. No. I didn't set the rest of my face. Haha. So let's do that real quick. Again, 105, 106. That's what I was, yeah, spraying for. As it's dry. This is random hair. Okay. Which I don't even need to do that because it's very matte. It already dried me out. Let me do this. Let's do mascara. I don't know when this expires. I haven't used it in a while because y'all haven't seen videos because I haven't gone anywhere. So I was like, okay. I was supposed to go to one place and I was like, I was too tired or whatever, something was going on. So I was like, yeah. I had lip balm on, so I don't know why it's acting like my lips are dry. Ah. Before it dried down. So that was the Fenty lip liner. This is what I meant by not female owned, but inclusive, LGBT plus. We're using Laura Mercier, and I know it's pink chiffon. I was just thinking, I wonder if any makeup. I'm sure some makeup artist will be there, but one of my friends is a makeup artist, so I'm like, okay. Usually I hire her, so if she's not available, I need to hurry up. So we gonna leave the lips like this? Should I? Should I? Gloss. So I don't know if Too Faced is female owned. We're gonna go with Make It Pop Black Girl Sunscreen. And I do have another one. I see how empty this is. But we're gonna use this up till. You know, things be saying the long wear, but then you put gloss on it, it comes off with the gloss. So I'm like, oh, you really long wear? I can put on the dress, and then I'll take this with me, and then we'll everything's moisturized already. I just have to put the dress on. Take my socks off too. So lotion, even the dress goes all the way down, so I only lotion part of my legs. I'm like, there's another clip. Okay. So you're in a rush. The fact that I forgot I had a tank top on top of my bodysuit. Okay, earrings. Because it says orange and it has white. Kind of got one hair. I'm like, it was blended so well. Oh, did y'all see the back of my hair? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm off to this women in filmmaking, women empowerment, support each other locally in the industry, wherever we go kind of thing. So I will see y'all later.